Good afternoon. I'm busy. I'm about to cook, but something else came into my mind, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the internet today, and it will be a very brief and very fast one. Um, I see that most people don't understand that the internet is a market. The internet is a market where you meet various kind of people. When I say the internet is a market, I mean a big market, like our local market, like when you go to my 12 market, when you go to Alaba market, that's where the internet is. That's how the internet is. But the difference between the internet and the Alaba market and the my 12 market is that you don't see yourself physically. Like you're seeing me right now, you don't see yourself physically. Now, in that market, like every other market, you will see professionals. You will see corporate people. You will see spiritual people. You will see dubious people. You will see fraudulent people. You will see genuine people. The question is, you have to find your own niche. You have to find your own category of people you want to align yourself with. Like when I go to the internet, I most times go to the educational part of it. Like every time people look for me in the internet, you will find me in the crypto market, you'll find me in the stock market, you'll find me in the investment world. That's where I do more of my research. And one of the things I've learned in my life, all my life, even when I started my investment world, I never learned it from anybody. I never had a spiritual father. I never had a mentor. I never had anybody. I grew because I was searching. I grew because I was hungry about information. So when you go to the internet, I see most people subscribe the internet. At the end of the day, go to see jokes. Some people go to the internet to watch jokes. Some people go to the internet to see reality TV. Some people go to the internet to hear a lot of things. But what pains me most about we Nigerians is that to subscribe in Nigeria now is very expensive. We know that to subscribe in Nigeria now, it's very expensive. Not only expensive, your data runs out on time. You hardly get money to get your data because you have other expenses and other things to take care of, bills to take care of. But we spend most of our time listening to conversations that does not relate to anything that will develop you psychologically, mentally, educationally, nothing. I can see people will talk about some very trivial matters. Like example, I will see some people talk about they will be talking about debating about somebody's qualification on the internet. Oh, this person stole this thing. Oh, this is a fraudulent person. Look, Nigerians, when you listen to or you watch things that are very uneducative and or something that is really none of your business or does not affect you in any way, directly or indirectly, you're only making the next person who has published that information richer than you. Example, when I look at issues that are not related to my life, I'm only seeing the person who are the content, the creator of that content. I'm only giving the person more leverage to become richer than I am. So why don't you have your time? Why don't you take your time to find your own path in the internet? Like I said, the internet is the market where you go there to source information, where you go there to buy goods and services, where you go there to find whatever you want to find. There's nothing you cannot find in the internet. Trust me, if you are looking for anything in the internet, you will get it. So why don't you focus on the direction focus on the direction that will lead you to your financial growth? Why don't you focus on the direction that will lead you to your educational growth? Why don't you focus on your direction that will lead you to your spiritual growth? In anywhere you want to find yourself, you have a direction in the internet. Stop wasting financial money. Stop wasting financial energy. Stop wasting financial time and be searching for very, very trivial matters. I see people, they debate about very, very trivial matters that does not relate to you. How does Davido buying his wife a Bentley, how does it affect me? How does Peter Obi going to visit Governor Soludo, how does it disturb my life? How does Tinubu calling for a birthday party, how does it affect me? You might say because he's using Nigeria's money, but the question is this: do you have any strength towards that? No. When you talk about meaningful discussions, when you get engaged in meaningful discussions, that is understandable. Discussions like how to make Nigeria grow. Discussions like, oh, the government spent 150 million naira in buying an aircraft. The government spent this and this, or the government did this, or the government did that, or insecurity. That is understandable. It relates to you directly or indirectly. But when who is richer between Davido and Wizkid, please tell me, how does that discussion affect you directly or indirectly? How does that discussion of who is, like I said on who is richer between Davido and Wizkid, please, if I say it is Davido, has that my answer or that's my belief, how does it translate or how does it affect me directly or indirectly? Directly means I know there were, indirectly means maybe a social thing, because I don't have control, or Davido or Wizkid doesn't have any obligation to the society or to anybody. Look, it doesn't affect you directly. Focus on what affects you directly or indirectly. Focus on national issues. Focus on things that will affect you, that will impact in your financial growth, that will impact in your mental growth. Focus on things that will impact in your spiritual growth. Focus on anywhere you want to put yourself, but let it affect you one way or the other. Stop wasting meaningful data on trivial matters. There's a lot of trivial matters online. A lot of it. And when you focus on those things, you spend time and money watching those things. The question I want to ask you, how does it impacted in your life? Please, Nigerians, try as much as possible to focus on what is meaningful. Try as much as possible to focus on things that will impact in your life meaningfully. It can be in any form. It can be mental wise, it can be psychological wise, it can be morally wise, it can be spiritual wise, it can be financial wise, it can be anything. But in trying to spend money online, let your money get the maximum achievement, get the maximum quality, get the maximum returns on that money you're spending. Stop wasting money on trivial issues. It is time consuming, because when you stay online, you don't know when you spend 2 hours, 3 hours online, achieving nothing. It's very essential, and that's why I bought it today. So I come again. Thank you very much.